Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Nabila Fitasari and I'm representing opening member of my team or my group because my group is the first one. So in here I want to explain about the Magnificent Temple in East Java. In the beginning, I would like to describing about the history of Nusantara Temple in Hindu-Buddha era. So, in a classic civilization of Indonesia, we also called the Nusantara civilization, which has happened in the beginning of 4th century, or we called AD. In that civilization, there are many kingdoms in Nusantara, and mostly the religion in that civilization is Hinduist and Buddhist. So they are also making a religious building who we Indonesian people called candi. So candi refers to the old temple in Indonesia, and candi was put to a place for praying to the god and goddess of Hindu and Buddhist religion. And then in that candi also the places for offering ceremony, offering services to the god and goddess, also to the place for services for the king who died, or for the king, like the king ceremony. And then the candi was also for symbol to the magnificent king who ruling back then in the. So the second I want to describe about the timeline of Hindu-Buddha temple. So the candi, the beginning era of candi was found in 4th century in the Kutai Negara kingdom. It was the Mulawarman epigraph was created. So it is like a tall epigraph back then, and then it was writing in Sanskerta language in 4th century. So the second timeline is in 4th until 7th century. It was the first temple of Hindu Buddha was created by Sriwijaya Kingdom, and it was Muara Takus Temple. So back then in the 7th century, in Sumatra Island, there was a kingdom who called Sriwijaya. So Sriwijaya Kingdom created a temple built for the god of Buddhists, and then for services to the king in Sriwijaya. And at the third timeline, it is 8th until 14th century. So in that timeline, in that era, there was a huge phenomenal temple in Indonesia until now. It called Borobudur Temple, and it called Prambanan temples, and many other temples were created at that timeline in Hindu Buddha era. So in that timeline, Borobudur Temple was built in Central Java and Prambanan also, but the differences are the Borobudur was built by Sailendra dynasty who ruled Mataram Kuno Kingdom back then, and then the people of that kingdom who followed a Buddhist religion, and then the Prambanan was built by Isyana dynasty who ruled Mataram Kuno as well back then. But the majority, the people in the Prambanan temple followed is following a Hinduist temple. So the difference about the temple is that, and then the shape of the temple too also different. In a Borobudur there like a big area, but in a Prambanan it seems like about a slimmer and thinner of the third presentation of the third section. I want to explain about the historic temples in East Java. So we moving on to the East Java in our province. So everything begins with Mpu Sendok, who the king in Mataram Kuno back then, and Mpu Sendok is a part of Isyana dynasty. So Mpu Sendok has a beautiful princess or daughter. Her name was Isyana Tunggawijaya. So in the Central Java back then, where Mpu Sendok was ruling, there are a lot of like natural disaster happen back then, like earthquake, flood, like maybe something the eruption of the mountain, which is the Merapi mountain, because it's a like active mountain and something there was an eruption back then. So the Mpu Sendok was become a king back then. He told that it is the time that he moved his kingdom to the East Java, who more safer, who more stable than Central Java. So he is with the entire people and the entire kingdom was moved to the East Java, and then the first regency that he stepped in is Jombang area. So in that area he created a new kingdom called Kahuripan Kingdom. So it is the beginning of the creation of temple in East Java. So Mpu Sendok offered to the people who create a lot of Hinduist temple in East Java. Like now we found like Penataran Temple, Singasari Temple, and any etc.
The characteristic of temple in East Java. The shape is slim, and then the roof is a combination of levels. The top is cube shape, and then the relief is light, and the relief is about a wayang kulit. And then the location of the temple is the back of yard. Most face west, and then most are made of bricks. Thank you.
So guys, in a first section of mine, because there is my friend too in another section who explained about temples too. In this section, I would like to describe about the Singasari temple. Singasari is the one of peninggalan in bahasa from Majapahit Kingdom, who is the last kingdom, the last Hinduist and Buddhist kingdom in Indonesia or Nusantara back then. And Singasari temple is located in Candirejo village in Singasari district in Malang Regency, so it's not too far away from Surabaya, capital city of province. So the temple is located in valley of Tengger Mountains and Mount Arjuna. So yeah, it's placed like between two mountains. The Singasari temple, actually the first time it was founded by Nicolaus Engelhard in like 18th century. Back then it was Englishman, and then why Englishman was found it, because we know that Indonesia back then we were colonized by both country. I mean three country. There was Netherlands, Japan, and like UK. So the government of that time is UK, who the governor name in Sir Stamford Raffles, who visited that temple in 18th century too, to review that temple in Singosari Regency. So the evidence and the story behind the creation of that temple is we based on Nagara Kartagama book, which like a holy book in kingdom of Majapahit. There was a fun like a story, like the Singosari temple was built for the services to the last king, of Majapahit kingdom, who named Kertanegara, who died in 12th century, and also based on Gajah Mada epigraph on 13th century. This place who really holy place to the people of Majapahit back then. And then the people also created this Singasari temple to do services for the god, also to hold a ceremony back then. So that's Singasari temple in my description.
Everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Maulida Cindrakasih from Group 1, Tourism Class 2, and right now I want to explain to you about the Jawis Temple. The Jawis Temple is one of the temple in the East Java. It have a unique characteristic, and the Jawis Temple, it was built around 13th century and is a historical relief of the Hindu Buddhist kingdom of Singasari. So the Jawis temple is located in the foot of Mount Welirang, lebih tepatnya di Prigen, Pasuruan, Jawa Timur. And there is 31 kilometers from the city of Pasuruan. And the Jawis temple is thought to be a place of worship or Buddhist worship. The Jawis temple have something to do with Jago Temple, which is a place of worship of King Kertanegara. And now I want to tell you something about the Jago Temple. Oke, Candi Jago sebenarnya berasal dari kata jajagu atau yang berarti sebagai keagungan. Jadi candi ini didirikan pada abad ke-13 pada masa kerajaan Singasari. Dan candi ini berlokasi di Desa Tumpang, Kecamatan Tumpang, Kabupaten Malang, Jawa Timur, dan sekitar 22 km dari kota Malang. Candi Jago ini memiliki beberapa relief yang dimana memberikan karakteristik dari seorang raja keempat dari kerajaan Singasari yang bernama Wisnu Wardana. Okay, enough for me. Thanks for your attention and see you.
Hello guys, my name is Imelda Ambar, standing room from part 2. Now I will tell you about a history of Penataran Temple. Penataran Temple is one of Hindu style temple in East Java region. Penataran Temple located in north of Blitar city, right in Penataran village, Blitar Regency, East Java. Actually, the original name of Penataran Temple is Palah Temple. And then Penataran Temple is discovered in 1815. Penataran Temple is a heritage temple from Kediri Kingdom. Penataran Temple was built in 1194 by Raja Srengga, a king from Kediri Kingdom. Thank you.
This building is estimated to have been built in the 15th century and is one of the major gateways in the golden age of Majapahit, according to the record of the Mojokerto Archaeological Heritage Preservation Agency. The temple or gate functions as an entrance for the sacred building to commemorate the death of King Jayanagara, which is Nagarakertagama, is called returning into the world of Vishnu. But actually, before the death of Jayanagara, this temple was used as the royal backdoor. This assumption is supported by the relief of Sri Tanjung and the wing on the gate, symbolizing the release, and until now in the Trowulan area it has become a culture. If mourning the dead is required through the back door.